Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to an Uber Showdown Live. I, of course, am PokeaimMD, and before we get into live, I just want to say, Lady Kubu and Jackie, you guys did an amazing job at this background. I absolutely love it, and yeah, anyway, what we're going to be doing is hitting up the Ubers Ladder. I'm using this team to execute past me. If you guys would like to use it alongside me, you can. There's a link to it in a paste bin down below. Sometimes when I forget to put the paste bins, I thank you guys for reminding me. I don't know, like sometimes I upload them dead at night, so it's like I forgot to do something, and I'll get used to that, you know, eventually. I only started doing that about what, like a month and a half ago, but which is actually surprising that I'm not used to it, right? But in any case, we're gonna hit up the Ubers Ladder with this team with Bandit, Rayquaza. The main reason I'm using it is because, or main reason I'm recording Ubers is because Jam has been missing in action for about 2 weeks. He should be back by the time this gets uploaded. But I missed my Uber Sunday Lives, man, with my insert random mega Pokemon or random Pokemon that's not in Ubers in the tier, and you know, Groudon and whatever that Jam likes to use, maybe Skarmory, a default Arceus form. But yeah, we have Banded Rayquaza, and that's gonna be so fun in this matchup. I'm actually gonna lead off with it right here. Hey, just because it matches up well versus anything really. The main things that it matches up well versus is like Groudon. Like we lure it and we knock it out with Aqua Tail. I could also, you know, go for V-Cure and knock out Mega Mawile. And if he leads off with something like Kyogre or something, I can just swap out into my Groudon. I'm actually just gonna lead off with the Rayquaza though, because I want to immediately be able to beat down his what's it called, his Groudon if he did lead off with that. But he ended up leading off with this Dialga. I'm not sure if it's excuse me, with his Yveltal. I'm not sure if it is support or not, but I don't want to switch directly into my Xerneas if it is knockoff, as he goes for U-turn. So I'm thinking he might be Scarf or Life Orb. He can't knock me out with anything on his Mons. I am running Sugar Berry as well. He might be Scarf or Life Orb, but I do have my own Scarf Xerneas. I didn't want to go out into it because I didn't want him to be able to knock off my Choice Scarf if he was running knockoff on that set. So we'll be able to get up our rocks and also gauge if he's offensive or not, if he's running more speed than I am. But unless he defogs away the rocks, they're here to stay. Reveals the Thunder Wave. That's pretty. Just gonna drop a Draco on him, as that does 71%. That is definitely in KO range of Moonblast now. That's amazing. He can't even knock me out after this, so I'm pretty free to drop another Draco. I guess he could go Mawile, but you know, Primal Ground on walls. And I have Arceus Ground as well, which also puts in work versus my opponent now that his Mons have been weakened. I could have made the Gengar play right there, but I'm able to break through anyway. We're able to get rid of Groudon, so no Healing Wish from Latias coming through. It could be Calm Mind Latias, which could be a threat, but between Destiny Bond, Omega Gengar, and Extreme Speed, and Scarf Xerneas, we should be okay. So he goes directly into his Arceus, and I don't want to go directly into my Gengar because he can Shadow Claw. I'll just drop a Draco as he Earthquakes me. And again, at this point, I just want to go out to Xerneas, because Moonblast, it might not necessarily 2-hit KO. However, actually we'll 2-hit KO. We're modest. Yeah, we'll definitely 2-hit KO him. And I think he might be Scarf. I'm not sure if he's Lum or not. But the thing is, Mawile doesn't take this too well prior to the Mega Evolution. So yeah, easily a 2-hit KO on Mawile, even after Mega Evolving. And that was his only other switch into Fairy, his only other Fairy resist. I do have Protect on my Mega Gengar, which is why I wasn't too worried about RC setting up, because I could always Mega Evolve Protect and then go for Destiny Bond to pick it off. But yeah, we'll be able to pick off this Mawile with the next Moonblast. Even after he Mega Evolves, he doesn't get that much of a boost. And Mawile has crappy HP anyway, which is the main reason why. Yo, defensively, Mawile will be even better. I think you win with this. We'll see. Defensively, Mawile would be way better if it had like a huge HP stat. I think it'd be even broken, honestly. I mean, it's on the defensive side. It's already broken on an offensive point of view. It's ridiculous. But he gets up a bit of chip damage, understandable considering Mawile was about to die and it really didn't switch into anything anyway. I do get to spam my Dragon Ascent, not that I wasn't going to spam it before, but I do get to smack him with Dragon Ascent as Kyogre is going to come out, and pretty safe to go out into my Groudon. Not only does Desolate Land mean that he cannot go for a Water move versus me and knock me out. I mean, Ice Beam is probably like a 3 KO, if anything. Also, his ground type is gone, so I can click Thunder Wave and either neutralize the Yveltal, the Latias, and just weaken Kyogre. Kyogre actually needs a lot of damage off on it before Moonblast picks it off. But I love Scarf Xerneas with Moonblast. A lot of people say, why do you run only 2 moves on Xerneas? Main reason is it's just an all-around Darkrai answer, and most of the time with Xerneas you're only clicking Moonblast. It weakens all its answers, so it goes right for the Origin Pulse. And again, I lose nothing by clicking the yellow color, as Latias is going to come in. And Latias is a Pokemon that can't really deal with me, but at the same time I don't want to stay in because my Arceus Ground does have Recover. I'm not sure if he'd go for Grass Knot, so this might have been a bad play. He does unfortunately get paralyzed. I'll just SD up. Because this allows me to pretty much beat down everything on his team. Yeah, I think I win with this Mon right here. Unless he's Scarf Foul Play, but even then I don't think that knocks me out. Well, actually it must too. But we'll be able to knock out Kyogre. That's +2 boosted. Basically, if he had Grass Knot, it's weak anyway on Latias. It would not be able to knock me out. I'm assuming. I could be lying. But they also don't run max special attack when they're Latias anyway. They run like HP and things like that. So he's probably Scarf. We'll see if he has a Foul Play right here. However, look at his Fairy Resist. Everything dies. So he doesn't necessarily have to be Scarf. He could also be defensive Charty Berry, as I think he might have. I actually don't know what he was right there, but we're able to knock him out as Latias is going to come out. And again, we can just Stone Edge this thing. We don't knock it out, however, Grass Knot, again, like I said, wasn't going to be able to knock me out. And yeah, we'll force his Arceus to go for the Extreme Speed versus me, and then I can go out to my Rayquaza and then pick him off from there. So I'll be able to go out to Rayquaza. Unless he has Stone Edge, he doesn't knock out my Rayquaza at all. And I want to go right for the Dragon Ascent. Banded Dragon Ascent. I think he's going to do around I think he's going to do around 60-something%. Actually, this is Jolly. Yeah. So Extreme Speed. It's not going to be able to pick us off. Look how much this did. Oh my god, we were able to crit him again. Crit most likely mattered. Oh, I'm a little bit lower on the ladder on this account. Maybe I should switch to my AIM account. Whatever. I want to ladder up with this account anyway. Maybe I should switch to my AIM account. Yo, we're going to beat this guy. Hopefully. Just because he has a Manaphy, just because he has the captain of the Bronx Beartics right here, doesn't mean we should look down on him. The Azu is something I might be fearing. I don't know. You think he'd be Sash? What's wrong? I'm leading off with Xerneas and clicking Moonblast. Yeah. Alright, so. Why hide room? It's just you and me now. You gotta put 2 dots after. I put 3. Even more intimidating. Yeah, but why? So no one sees. We do in here. What happens in mod room stays in mod room. Always scared of losing. It is Focus Sash, but he taunts me, so we're able to knock out. Nah, I don't want people bugging us. Might as well tell him. I think he's just having fun with his Pokemon anyway. It's not like I gotta switch into this anyway. Like, Talonflame is probably taking 10 million. He goes up to Azu. I have a counter in Primal Groudon. I hope he belly drums up so I knock him out with Precious Blades. There's the play rough. That did nothing. And you know what? The yellow color. It's coming. He doesn't have a switch in. Honestly, Ataria could come out. But he goes Talonflame, so that's great. Not only will I paralyze it, but I will beat it down with a rock while it's paralyzed. Goodbye! Alright, so Talonflame is gone, which means I get to spam Moonblast. Deoxys attack is in, and this is a scary Pokemon. Hold up. Where's my Extreme Speed? Yo, this is a scary Pokemon. Hold up. Nah, Gengar doesn't do much. Outside of, the Destiny Bond ensuring that I win. But, outside of that, doesn't do much. Assuming he's Life Orb, as he is, I can just click Banded Extreme Speed now and 2-hit KO everything. I wasn't sure if he was Sash or Life Orb. But I think we're going to be switching to my AIM account after. Yeah, we'll definitely swap to my AIM account. Good thing that he went for Extreme Speed. Smart of him. It definitely puts me in range of maybe. No, actually, I got that's anything. I guess he just expected my Extreme Speed. But Altaria comes out. That's why I saved Dialga, and we can just Flash Cannon as he Mega Evolves and knock him out. We do have a Shuka Berry, so we don't go down to anything except maybe 2 Hyper Voices, but I think he's Dragon Dance. Yeah, he does Dragon Dance up. Again, we do have Shuka Berry. We also live a Double Edge. Barely, but we will live a Double Edge. And there's a Shuka coming through. Catch this modest Flash Cannon. Goodbye! And we also have Thunder for Mana Feed, but that's not smart because we can drop a Draco on it. So we'll drop a Draco if he goes Mana Feed. And then Belly Drum also doesn't win because I doubt it knocks out Xerneas from full. I'm just going to drop a Draco on this monster. Alright. Yeah. Nice. We're going for Thunder. No. But he's able to knock us out with the Ice Beam. However, Xerneas is going to come out, and I think I should really swap to my AIM account. Open new window, Pokemon Showdown. Let's swap to that account right after this is done. And we'll just Moonblast this thing twice. We should be fine. Yeah, he deals with Superpower. Maybe trying to predict my Groudon to hit that thing hard. But that is going to be game, and what we will be doing is swapping to the AIM account because that should have a bit more points, and we should get some better games. So let's go. Hopefully we get some better games with this. Not to say anything, but like obviously our opponents were, at least our last guy was a little bit either inexperienced or he's really trying hard to use some out of this world stuff. You could call him Deoxys. Yeah, this account is pretty high, I guess. Where's MTV Jam? You know that man's struggling. 1632. Hold up. Hasn't played. What is this? I don't understand the K. Wait, is that Shady Penguin? Don't steal my penguin. Oh. Same guy. I don't understand the K, like on the server. It doesn't make sense. Why am I losing X amount of points all the time, whereas Jam isn't? But the K should work as in you don't log in, you lose your points. Isn't that how it works? I guess I'm wrong. But yeah, in any case, I think we'll just pause it, guys, until I find a battle, and we will be right back. Okay, so we got a battle versus Idea Master. And really like Dialga as a lead. It matches up well versus pretty much everything. I get up Rocks versus Groudon. Crocodile, maybe he's playing a type of One Piece. This could be Dragon. What would the fairy be? Robin? I don't know. Or maybe he just named his Groudon Crocodile. You know? Maybe that could be it too. So we're going to exchange our rocks right here. We will drop a Draco. Pretty safe. Oh my god, that does so much. The thing is, we're not going to be able to spam much moves versus our opponent just because he has like 3 answers to Xerneas. Then again, most of them don't have recovery, so we'll drop another Draco. I could go for Flash Cannon, but I want to drop a Draco, especially because we beat Xerneas down with our Groudon. He does go out directly into Xerneas, however. Not sure if he's Scarf or not, but again, his Groudon is out of range of healing. He has no Healing Wish on his team. I'll just go for Flash Cannon here, as we are able to weaken the Xerneas a bit as he goes right for the Hidden Power. We also find out that we are faster, so I can go right out into Rayquaza, which I also know is faster, and go right for the Dragon Ascent. As he goes Klefki. See, I was debating going for, you guys saw, I was debating going for the V-Create, but I didn't think he'd go this. I think he would sack his Groudon, right? He decides to talk to me, probably trying to predict my Groudon, as we were able to get rid of Klefki for absolutely nothing. Great, no spikes. Groudon is pretty much dead. Xerneas still goes down. I'm obviously still faster. I just went for that move because if he Thunder Waved me, he lost Klefki, which means he couldn't Thunder Wave my Scarf Xerneas. So Age Slash is going to come out. We're going to go hard into our Groudon to be able to take this thing on. Yeah, hard in the ground. I don't expect him to Toxic. I expect him to Shadow Ball or Gyro Ball. There's a Gyro Ball that I always see. I don't know why people go for Shadow Ball these days. I don't know. But we can go right for Thunder Wave. It hits him if he's in King Shield form, and also it would slow down anything if he tried to go out to it. And again, we can just go right for the Precious Blaze and either pick him off or pick off potentially Salamence or something like that. So I'm not sure if he's actually Refreshments, but I don't see a bad. There is one downside. Yeah, we'll go for this. I don't know if he'd be sub. I still have a lot of attack, so we'll see if he's sub. Now he goes right for the Dragon Dance, and we will be able to paralyze him right there. I'm just going to Swords Dance up, as his return is not going to be enough to knock us out. Now we hit him with a +1 Rock Slide. So yeah, we weakened our Age Slash answer, but we have Arceus Ground, so we're not worried about Age Slash at all. I'm even able to flinch this guy. So Xerneas is low. Groudon is at +1. We knock out Age Slash through blade form, or excuse me, shield form, obviously through blade form. And we're also +1, so if he's like SD Arceus or SDE killer, we weaken that, or we knock that thing out. So he's forced to go for an attack right here. Yeah, his extreme speed is going to pick us off. Turns out he is life orb. Okay, that's good to know. I'll just go out to Xerneas. I don't want to go out to Groudon, excuse me, my Gengar just yet. I'll just spam the Moonblast right here. I'm assuming he's going to SD up. No, he goes right for Earthquake, so that's great. Again, he's sacking his Mon that can deal with maybe my Arceus. Or he's sacking his Mon, you know, to explain. He's sacking his Mon that can knock out my Gengar if he plays some mind games right. Forces me to go for Focus Blast, so that's gone. Groudon obviously goes down. Not sure why he brought this thing out, because it easily is going to go down. And Sun doesn't even stay. It's Desolate Land, so it falls. It goes away when he drops, and his Xerneas easily goes down to a modest Moonblast. Aegislash can come out if it wants to. I'm not worried at all. I can just go right for the Moonblast, as he has to change forms to knock me out. He could have just went for Toxic, to be honest, but Gyro Ball is going to be able to pick me off, and I can just proceed to go out to my Arceus. And I don't think I have to SD, but I'm going to SD because stunt or die. He shouldn't King Shield, to be honest. He should just go right for Toxic. But we're going to SD anyway, just in case he does King Shield, because then we break him through that. And it was already a KO on Xerneas anyway, at the range it was at, but now we just 100% win. So we're going to be able to knock out the Aegislash right here, and Toph is going to come out, and that's going to be a good game. I love Shiny Xerneas. I love the way it looks, but we can go right for the Earthquake, and that will be good game. So it's crazy how much Flash Cannon did to that thing, right, at -2. But we're going to look for another game, and I think, yeah, we're just going to pause it one more time because the games aren't coming as quick. We'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, we have another game, and I see a Mew, so I'm thinking it might be some sort of passing Mew. I'm not sure. We don't match up too well versus Xerneas, excuse me, versus Deoxys attack. However, he doesn't match up well at all versus our Xerneas. Like, Xerneas actually just clicks Moonblast and 2 KOs everything. I'm assuming. I really want Rocks up. I don't have a lead for his Deoxys to beat that thing. I think I'm just going to lead Arceus ground because he doesn't... He has to attack me, and if he attacks me, he dies. So, yeah. Or he at least gets down to a Sash, but looks like he was Life Orb. We're able to knock out the Deoxys. That looks like that could have been his Sash user. Arceus flying? Okay. We'll go out to Dialga because we can take this thing on and get up our rocks as well. As he Calm Minds up. Who Calm Minds up in the face of an enemy? Wait, this is bad. I could. I'm not gonna lose. I'm just gonna go right for the. I'm just gonna go for the Destiny Bond and take him on. So I'll go for Thunder just to see what he has. As we're able to land that. That did so much, and he's +3. Where? But we will sack our Arceus right here. If he doesn't attack us, then we're able to land a Stone Edge. No. Judgment is able to pick us off. I'm just gonna go right for the Mega Evolution with my Gengar and Protect to ensure that we are faster. Gengar also put in work versus him, and now we're weaker to Arceus, but Arceus is right here. What am I talking about? We're not weaker to this Mon. We're gonna go right for Destiny Bond and pray. Attack me. Attack me. Who goes for... I swear if you don't Judgment me right now. Alright, he's plus... Bro, who goes for Judgment on the turn that I protected? Who does that? Huh? Help. How many points does this guy have? I might have to use some mind games. How many? That man played 3,203 games. Yeah, I'm not on his level. Okay. Alright, well, we could have lost to that. It's not the first time that situation has happened before, but yeah, I would honestly just go out to Xerneas and just click Moonblast. I'm sure it's O2 KO everything on his team. Gengar obviously as well. Don't have knockoff. Don't be a random knockoff. I'm actually not even sure. This might be Defog Mew. I have no idea what this Mew is going to do. I thought it was passing Mew. Maybe it's Geo Power Herb. Don't be. Actually, yeah, don't be Geo Power Herb Mew. That wins. Alright, so this easily does 73%, as he is going to go for Stealth Rock. Alright, so threat averted, guys. It went for Stealth. What was this game? But we're able to 2-hit KO the Mew. I'm assuming the Gengar's coming out. Not too worried about that. I do have Dialga. I'm just going to go hard into Dialga right here. I expect him to Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, and we can just spam the Flash Cannon. And once I get off Flash Cannon, I knock him out with Moonblast anyway. So he's going to Mega Evolve, goes for the Parasong. Alright. And we can just go right for the Flash Cannon. Looks like he's Perish Trap. Obviously, he has Parasong. So if he goes for Sub, he's just weakening himself for a Moonblast. I don't mind that at all. In fact, I'm going to drop a Draco once he goes Dialga after. Like after, obviously. So Flash Cannon prevents him from going out to Xerneas. Ooh. Ooh. He might just go Xerneas here, but we're going to drop a Draco because, one, we die, we can't switch. And two, if he does go Giratina, we get the kill for no reason. So, yeah, he does go Giratina. I don't think he should have made that play. He just disabled my Flash Cannon. But we were able to knock out Giratina at the same time. Our Dialga is obviously going to go down. And, I think Xerneas is the only play because we do 2-hit KO him. I don't think he knows I'm Scarf Xerneas yet. So I'm expecting the Parasong. Yeah, that does 40. Nice. And he can't even say he can switch out obviously, but it won't be enough. Like Xerneas will be 2-hit KO'd easily by this. He has to get a double. He has to get a turbo attack, I think. Nope. Ah. And his Xerneas is going to come out, and I go down on one more turn, so Xerneas cannot beat me because I hit it with a Moonblast. I'm doing about 60, maybe 65%. 53, wow, that is less than I thought. But at this point, we can just go out into our Groudon. I don't think he'd be sub, but I'm just going to go for Precipice Blade. I'm pretty sure Extreme Speed knocks him out. Yeah, but I'm going to go for Thunder Wave, yeah. That ensures that even if he's like Aromatherapy or something, this gives us more chances to beat him. So we're able to knock him out with the Precipice Blaze that we thankfully land, and that is going to be game. So that that Arceus flying was a huge threat, and thankfully, I don't know, we should not have won that, but we did. We have a Ditto game. That's going to be tough, but thankfully my opponent does not appreciate Dialga at all. Nothing on his team OHKOs us, whereas we can 2-hit KO everything on his team or OHKO them. So we'll be able to get a Brox. This looks to be more offensive than anything else because he has keys. I don't know if that's RC E-Killer. It could be. Well, he leads off with he leads off with the Ditto, so he gets rocks. Unfortunately for us, he could drop a Draco too. I kind of doubt he'd do that, but he will be able to get up rocks, and I'll be able to spam Flash Cannon from there, and that'll 2-hit KO Klefki as well as just weaken everything. And maybe he'll actually hard switch. To be honest, like after he gets up rocks, usually Ditto is Choice Scarf, which is why I'm saying what I'm saying. So after he gets up rocks, yeah, and he wins a speed tie, or he is Scarf, which I'm expecting to be. I'll be able to fire a Flash Cannon though. He should know that I can drop a Draco on him. He doesn't know my item, thankfully. Yeah, his keys are gonna come out, and that's like his only Xerneas switching. That's actually a 3-hit KO. Oh, they do run Max Pedef here to be able to take on the... The thing is, Klefki, what is he going to do? Thunder Wave me? It's not going to be enough. He goes out to a Veltal. I'll be able to 2-hit KO this. Easily. And we got a Spadef drop. Are you even going to be faster than me? I don't know if he'll be max speed, but I'll be able to 2-hit KO this thing. And if he's not max speed, then... Because that could be HP invested to Veltal since it only did 46%. No, that is straight up offensive Veltal. Is that even specs? What the hell is that? Why did they do 84%? Well, we're here to get rid of a Veltal, so that's something for Groudon that Groudon was definitely worrying about. Palkia can come out now and go for Spatial Run if it wants to, but then I get to fire off a Moonblast. Smart on my opponent to save his Klefki because he probably acknowledged the fact that, oh wow, that's my only Xerneas switching. So Arceus Ground is going to come out. It's Arceus Rock. And we will go right for the... I'm surprised that even knocked me out, to be honest, but we'll be able to go right out into our Groudon and just go right for Thunder Wave. We can catch the Salamence upon switching, which is what I'm expecting to catch. He should see the Precipice Blades coming, and Salamence seems to be his only switch in, which is why I'm going to make this play. Alternatively, he could try to weaken me a bit, but we're going to be able to paralyze the Salamence absolutely great. And I'm actually going to go hard into my Rayquaza. I could go Xerneas here to knock him out, but I feel like Then again, Rayquaza's exchange speed is useful. No, it's not. It's definitely not. Seeing as how this guy has Ditto and, you know, Arceus Rock. So we'll go Rayquaza right here as he does reveal the refresh. Ooh. So he has to attack us here. I'm gonna go for Dragon Ascent anyway. I cannot risk him setting up. I can't risk him setting up, as Double Edge is going to be able to knock us out. However, that does put him in range of Stone Edge, but I'm not going to risk that. I'm just going to go right out to Xerneas and click Moonblast. He doesn't have any switch-ins for this monster, and if he wants to go Keys, which would be completely fine. Like, I'm trying not to lose to Ditto last Mon, but as long as I keep Arceus ground around, I'm pretty sure we're good versus that. So I will be able to 2-hit KO this Klefki. I do not want to sack this. I don't want him Thunder Waving me. I feel like he'll Toxic or double. I'm risking it. Yeah. Nice. So we're able to get rid of Klefki. I shouldn't have risked that, to be honest, but at the same time, I already showed a Groudon as my initial switch-in, so I thought that I was safe enough to do that. He could go out into his Arceus Rock if he wants to. Yep, that's his best play. And we can go right out into our Arceus Ground because we do take the Judgment. Also, we keep our Xerneas alive to be able to knock out the Palkia. So we'll go right for Earthquake right here. If he burns us, that's okay. We have Recover, so we beat Ditto 1v1. As long as we don't set up as well. And also, Refreshments doesn't always run Jolly. Refreshments definitely doesn't always run Jolly. So he does go right out to Mence as his Double Edge Refresh. So then again, it's Double Edge, so it might run Jolly. Either way, I'm going right for Stone Edge. Right here. And we're hitting this. I'm telling you right now, we're hitting this. I had enough. We missed already too much. Okay, we didn't miss it all. Did we even use Stone Edge once this live? I think we literally used it once. We're hitting this Stone Edge though. Because I don't really have an alternative play, do I? I really don't. I can't risk him setting. I lose if he sets up. So we have to hit the Stone Edge. Tess, what you thinking about, buddy? Alternatively, I could recover right here if he wins a speed tie. Assuming it is a speed tie, of course. I'm also kind of hoping he randomly doubles. That'd be perfect. That'd actually be amazing if he did randomly double. In fact, if he randomly doubled into Ditto, allowing me to do some damage, the guy ends up disconnecting though, so I'm not sure. Like, because there's a few things that can happen, right? Let's talk about this game. If I lose a speed tie and he double edges me, I should be able to live it, but I do knock him out, or he knocks himself out with recoil. I'm not entirely sure. No, he definitely doesn't knock himself out with recoil. I don't think so. But I'm weaker to the point of where if he copies me with Ditto, I can lose to Earthquake, so I can't Mega Evolve my Gengar at that point. And if I don't Mega Evolve my Gengar, Arceus Rock could be faster. Then again, no, it won't be faster. Arceus Rock cannot afford to be faster. No, Arceus Rock can afford to be faster, because Arceus Rock isn't like the other support Arceus. The other support Arceus need to not be 2-hit KO'd by Primal Groudon, whereas Arceus Rock, which is conveniently disguised as Arceus Ground, ironically enough, it doesn't beat Primal Groudon at all unless it's Combine boosted up to like +6, or it Judgments 4 times upon switching. But looks like Tess is going to end up lagging out, so let's look for another one. Might as well. Points. Delicious points. We're going to pause it, guys. We'll be right back. So we got another game, and I wish I had Lum Arceus. It actually just won. I'm going to Rocks. That's like really important in this game. Leads off a Doug Trail, but that's not going to be able to knock me out. I'll be able to get up Rocks right here. And that's like super important for breaking sashes. That did nothing. Weak. In fact, this might not even be able to knock me out. It really might not be able to knock me out. Though he does have the reversal, which is probably what he's going for now. That will be able to knock me out. I doubt his Earthquake will be able to knock me out, though. As he goes for Memento. Alright, so we're able to get up Rocks. And that's, like, I don't know why he's doing this whole Memento thing, because I don't think anything is tanking a hit. Is tanking a Draco? Yeah, I was about to say, what the hell? This isn't tanking a Draco, not even at -2. Cloyster's Spadef is terrible. Terrible, terrible, simply terrible. Assuming Smeargle is going to come out as it is, I'm going to go hard into my Rayquaza, expecting him to Geomancy up, and then I'll be able to Extreme Speed from there and pick him off. If he does actually go for the Spore or Dark Void, whatever option my opponent happens to have, or whatever move he happens to have, I can just then switch out into Scarf Xerneas and spam Moonblast. So he does go for sub. We'll definitely just go right for Extreme Speed and be able to break that sub. Like, we will not have you passing subs to Arceus. Although Arceus I'm not as worried about as long as it doesn't get a speed boost. And if he randomly decides to go for Geomancy right here, really, really poor play on my opponent's part if he does do that. Because obviously Extreme Speed will be able to knock him out regardless after. Even if he goes for Cotton Guard. This is banded Extreme Speed from Rayquaza. It will definitely knock him out. I love Rayquaza this live. Being able to 2-hit KO everything. Look how fast Extreme Speed is. Oh my god. He goes for Ingrain, and that's what I was talking about. Like, that's not... I don't think that's a good play. I think that was a mistake on my opponent's part, just because it's 598 attack and Smeargle has crappy defenses. Goodbye. Yeah. So his set of mons are pretty much dead. I guess he could go out into his Whimsicott and go for Mento if he wanted to, but then I had Mega Gengar in the back with Protect. Even maybe Tailwind from Whimsicott could have been a little bit threatening, but at the same time, I could stall that out between Protects, between switching. At the end of the day, I have Destiny Bond on my Mega Gengar to deal with monsters like that. So we're just going to pause it until we find our last one, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we have found what is most likely going to be the final game of the live. Very threatening team. I love my opponent's team. Once again, Dialga is just such a great lead. He leads off with Arceus Ground. I don't know if this is actually Defog Arceus Ground. We'll find out if he goes right for Judgment right here. Yeah, it's definitely Defog, especially because he went for Will-O-Wisp, and he's slower than... why is he slower than 279 speed? That's crazy. Slower than 279 speed? Hold up. Yeah, we're going to spam this Flash Cannon. Try to get some Spadef drops and threaten him out a little bit. Be able to get up rocks. As he is going to go right for Recover. And, I'm going for rocks right here. Judgment is able to break me. Great, great, great. And this is definitely max defense. This is annoying. Holy crap. We're just going to stay in and click Shadow Ball. Yeah, I'm allowing the defog. I'm going to let him get rid of these rocks. There's no way he goes for Judgment right here, as he defogs right off the bat. And again, we'll spam Shadow Ball until we're comfortable enough to deal with him. I don't expect him... He could Will-O-Wisp right now if he wants to. I'm going to Mega Evolve. I'm going to Protect just in case he decides to go for Judgment as he goes for Recover. Alright, so that pretty much scares him. I'm hoping he doesn't go for the Will-O-Wisp right here as he goes right for Judgment. Nice. And basically I went for that Protect to try and get him back at the fold. That way he either had Will-O-Wisp or Judgment as his only plays. And thankfully that worked out. Unfortunately I sacked 2 Pokemon in order to deal with that, right? But Arceus Ground can win. I'm going to go Xerneas just in case he goes out to a Veltal. Nice. And really solid switching on my part. Right there anyway. As we are able to weaken the Aegislash a bit. Would he double? He would go for Toxic, but I'm going to go for the Moonblast just in case he does double. As he does go for Toxic. Alright. So this entices him to hopefully go for the... King Shield right here, or even Gyro Ball, and to be able to get our Xerneas, our Groudon in for free, or potentially free. As he does go for King Shield, nice, and we can proceed to go for the Thunder Wave right here, catching either a Veltal, Gengar, or, well, I'm hoping not Kyogre, because Kyogre means it just gets to spam an attack. But he just go out to a Veltal, and, I don't know what his set is. I need to keep this thing healthy. We're gonna go Ray. We can't afford to go out into Xerneas on an Oblivion Wing, as he gets paralyzed, unfortunately, for my opponent. So I'm going to go right for the banded Dragon Ascent. It 2-hit KOs everything on his team. Xerneas is not a switching at all. Good lord. Don't know if he Scarf Xerneas. No, he's not. Nice! Nice. Protect Xerneas. What is this? Protect Xerneas, huh? That's interesting. Okay. But we'll be able to 2-hit KO him pretty safely as Aegislash is going to come out. That's going to be another Mon that will be 2-hit KO'd by this. Nice. And we'll go right out into our Groudon. At this point, Arceus Ground does win if we get a little bit of chip damage. I expect him to King Shield right here, which is why I'm going to go out into my Groudon. Nice. and we're actually going to go for the Swords Dance, expecting him to King Shield again, predicting me to try and predict his Veltal to want to come out. I want to Swords Dance again, but I think that's greedy. I'm going right for Precipice Blades. I really want to predict the Veltal, but I think that's very, very greedy on my part. Yeah, as he sacks Xerneas. Oh, or he attempted to sack Xerneas, rather. We'll Thunder Wave it. As he goes for Protect. Is it? I don't have no idea what set this is. I wish we hit that because now we're going to have to take Moonblast damage. Unless he's randomly slower than 219 speed, which means you have to go through a lot to be slower than 219 speed. Goes Gengar. Are you going to Destiny Bomb me? What are you doing? I'm Thunder Waving you. Nice. So we're able to Thunder Wave the Gengar, and I can SD up again. Alright, well, I Rock Slide you now. Break your sub. Alright. Perish Trap. Oh, that's annoying. Rock Slide again is the play because it knocks out a Veltal if he wants to go out to that, as he does. Goodbye! And then he can Protect, but at the same time, now he gets to play Precipice Blades. Okay, so we can still win this game very easily, especially because Gengar is paralyzed. Aegislash is like at no health. Actually, that was the wrong play going out to Aegislash right there. Definitely the wrong play because now I get to switch. He should have went right back out into Mega Gengar, went for Protect. But now he went for King Shield, and again, definitely the wrong play on my opponent's part. I'm going right back out into Groudon too. I'm not even letting him get the V-Create switch advantage. And at this point, again, his entire team is grounded, so he should have went back out into Gengar because now I was able to switch. Precipice Blades will easily be able to knock out the Aegislash. Goodbye, good boy. And he actually ends up forfeiting. I think if he... Okay, no, he didn't have any chance of winning at the game. I literally sack something, go out to Arceus ground, click Earthquake on Kyogre, and then I click Dragon Ascent 3 times with Rayquaza, and it wins the game. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this Ubers Live. Really interesting games. We managed to make it to 1726. Where is that? Ubers, show me. We're almost in top 10 again. We managed to make it to number 20 on the ladder. But I hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, do your thing. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Cue the outro.